voice must be heard in the house. And chances are, it won't be long before she has to use it. And sure enough, later in the afternoon, Bridget starts a bonfire in the backyard, all by herself. And when Dennis and Michelle finally come outside,
wow, you did good.
Instead of reprimanding Bridget, Dad congratulates her.
Way to go, kid.
Bridget, you do not start fires without me or Dad.
Did you build that like that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is smart.
It's dangerous. You don't want to get burned, do you?
Yeah, that's genius, Bridget. She built it just right. Well, Nanny's sitting there rolling her eyes, wrinkling her nose, or whatever she does, but you done a darn good job, and I was proud of her. So with Nanny giving me the look like, what are you doing? I don't even look at that.
Someone big needs to be with you next time, okay?
See, sometimes Mom don't always know, see?
When I did try to say something to Bridget about it not being safe, Dennis just blew it off and said that the fire was a great fire.
She done good?
Yeah, it's a good fire, but...
You done a good job.
I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. Good job, honey.
Genius, Bridget.
This week is almost over and we're back to square one. Dennis doesn't listen to his wife, he doesn't listen to me, and his kids are once again extremely unsafe. I'm afraid I'm going to have to call Dennis out once and for all before it's too late. I cannot believe what just happened.
Excuse me?
When Bridget started a fire, when you say that's not safe, and then you say good fire, I'm shocked. I don't understand where that came from. What I'm trying to get across to you is you need to back her up when she says something. Stop for a minute and listen. She does have a point. You need to be team leaders. When you brush her aside, the kids are going to brush her aside. And second of all, you need to make sure that the kids know that you're there when they build those fires.
You know what? She done it safely. She stacked the wood neatly.
Yeah, but she didn't do it safely because you and I were not out there. She was by herself, so.
Nanny Deb and my wife just went off, gave me the 3rd degree with 2 fists a-blazing, and you can't do that. Kids can't do that.
She should not be doing it without an adult. So if the wind blew a certain way, if something happened, that kid would have been burned. I thought Dennis was on board, but after saying good job to Bridget for starting a fire, what was he thinking? You've really got to make sure that when he's blowing you off and that good fire, that you can stand up for yourself and your kids, because safety does come first.
Excuse me, Nanny, excuse me. Inside this house, she can take care of the things with the kids and teach them that. But when we're outside these doors and we're on the outside, I'm teaching them things I feel they need to learn. I'm sorry, Nanny Dad, but you might have been nannies in big homes with people that have somebody go build fires, but in this neck of the woods, we learn things like that. And yes, that was a good fire. She did it perfectly, just the way I've trained her to bring air underneath the fire, stack the logs neatly.
There are 2 points to this conversation. The first point is that I've been trying to get Michelle to stand up for herself. And the second point is a fire can be uncontrollable.
You don't know my side of the story. So
well, tell me.
I am going to tell you, Nanny.
Okay.
Because you just don't come in here, and I respect your values all the way. But you need to learn from our values also. Now, you say I got to listen to her. Do I have any say-so in any of this? I have turned out to be the worst guy you've ever seen.
No.
Here I'm dangerous. I'm careless, reckless. And then you come in, and then here I am again, all fingers pointed at me. And then
I'm not trying to make you out to be the big bad guy. I'm upset with Michelle as much as I'm upset with you, because she isn't standing up for herself enough. She isn't backing you up and you aren't backing her. We're still dealing with this conflict. And without that being fixed, we can't move to the next step.
Maybe I am to blame for a lot of things, but it's a two-way street.
Biggest problem here is that you two aren't working well together with these kids. So they're not looking at her as an authority figure, and they're only looking to you. And she's got to work on that. She's got to work on being that strong person. Michelle doesn't stand up for herself with the children. She isn't an authority figure. And he doesn't want to be the only person that is disciplining these children. This is about safety, and this is about you being strong enough to voice when you really mean it. Like, you've got to find that voice where you can stand up, because you've really got to make sure that when he's blowing you off, that you can stand up for yourself.
And Nanny Deb got after me. She said, I need to speak up more. I knew it was true.
You're not always the one that has to think about safety. Michelle does too, but you have to think about it together is what I'm saying.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah,
Mom.
okay. It makes
I'm sorry.
sense.
Thank you.
It's important for my wife and I to be on the same team, because I've noticed how the kids have been acting when two people versus one is bringing the law down. So, yeah, I got my wife's back.
Is that cool? Yeah.
That's cool.
We're all cool?
It's all going to be good.
All right.
Thanks for good. Thank you.
Thanks.
What's your favorite part of a Kit Kat bar? The chocolate?
Nope. The inside.
The wafers?
No, the stuff in between the wafers.
Ah, the in-between stuff.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. And try a bigger bite with Big Cat.
Looking for a smarter way to mop? Try the Swiffer Power Mop. An all-in-one cleaning tool with a 360-degree swivel head that goes places a regular mop just can't. Mop smarter with the Swiffer Power Mop.
Whew, I can't wait for this family getaway.
Shingles doesn't care. Shingles is a painful, blistering rash that can last for weeks.
There's nothing like a day out with friends.
That's nice, but Shingles doesn't care. 99% of adults 50 years or older already have the virus that causes shingles inside them, and it can reactivate at any time.
A perfect day for a family outing.
Guess what? Shingles doesn't care. But Shingrix protects. Only Shingrix is proven over 90% effective. Shingrix is a vaccine used to prevent shingles in adults 50 years and older. Shingrix does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients or to a previous dose. An increased risk of Guillain-Barré syndrome was observed after getting Shingrix. Fainting can also happen. The most common side effects are pain, redness, and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, tiredness, headache, shivering, fever, and upset stomach. Shingles doesn't care, but Shingrix protects. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Shingrix today.
Over the next few days, the Abners made major strides. While the house remains as joyous as ever, safety now comes first.
Let's go in there and make our beds.
Dennis is beginning to embrace his role as a responsible father, as well as giving Mom all the support that one parent needs from another. And the undermining is becoming a thing of the past.
Heidi, is that safe?
That's right, you guys.
As a result, the kids are showing Mom respect for the first time ever. The Abner family is truly becoming one big happy team.
Go, Emily, go! Way to go, big game!
And even I couldn't resist getting in on a little bit of the Abner fun.
Yeah, Lonnie!
Oh! Thank you, guys! My week with the Abners is nearing an end. But before I leave, there's just one more thing I really need to see.
Father, will you let us hear
Wow.
Uh-oh.
What you wanted to do?
I started to get a little jittery because the kids all came running out and said, Daddy, 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 can we go on the three-wheeler? And I hate the three-wheeler.
Well, you guys want to take a three-wheeler ride?
Yeah!
Have you earned a three-wheeler ride?
Yeah! Look at all the balls we got!
Well, I'll tell you what. Go get your helmets.
Yay!
Dennis shocked me. Okay, girls, go get your helmets. I was like, okay, one step.
We got new rules on the three-wheeler. I can only take one person at a time on the three-wheeler.
Usually I just get them all on there. We'd all be riding at the same time. And I thought to myself, no, Nanny Deb is right.
So wait, you guys are going to go on the three-wheeler one at a time with your helmets on? I almost passed out in my chair. That is a huge step for Dennis.
We're ready. Let's go.
I still couldn't watch.
Get your helmet on. Ready to go?
Knowing that they were going to follow the safety rules put my mind at ease.
All right. Next rider.
You can have it both. You can keep your kids safe and still have a lot of fun. So I think that now, because Dennis realizes that, he's fully on board. And if he's not, I'm going to kick his butt.
The Abner house is definitely a lot safer, and if we can continue with the rules and the helmets and different things for riding our toys outside, it really is going to help this family.
Now that I know Dennis is really taking the safety issue seriously, I can leave the Abners with a clear conscience. And all that's left to do is say goodbye. Hey, Abner family! Come on in the family room. It's time for Nanny to say goodbye. This week has been one of the most emotional weeks I've had and one of the most fun weeks I've had working with the family. And that doesn't always go hand in hand. Okay, can you believe it's been a week already? But you guys did such a great job. It's time for Nanny to leave now. And there are other kids out there who need Nanny to come and help them too, right?
I think what I'll miss most about Nanny Deb is she's so heart-filled with what she's trying to do, but she's stern. I mean, that's hard to teach that, to be stern but caring at the same time.
Now everybody's doing a good job. Mom's found her voice. She's learning to speak. And what do you think Dad has learned?
To be safe.
To be safe. When I first arrived, the Abner house was like an accident waiting to happen. But now we've made it safe, and I feel much better about the children's safety and well-being. That's the number one thing that this family has to remember, right?
The biggest change for myself will be safety. I mean, there's plenty of fun to do. You can just do it safe.
So before I leave, I have something in my bag to give you. I'm going to start with Dad. Because everyone in this family is a member of the Team Abner. And Dad is a coach. Because one of the rules for this family was that everyone works together as a team, they gave every single family member a hat.
Let's fix it.
There you go.
There
Look
you
at
go.
that.
The hats that Nanny Deb presented us were awesome. They all got the Abner curl on it.
Gotta make it look right. They loved their Team Abner hats. This for Mr. Jacob! Yeah! They all have that team spirit instilled into them. This is a family that is so loving, that has their priorities straight in that sense. These kids are so friendly and outgoing and wonderful and secure, and they're just awesome kids. And you can't have that without having a really loving environment to grow up in. Bye, Dennis.
Thank you.
Thank you. You keep it up, okay? I think that Dennis realizes I came in here with my heart in the right place, and that I know he's a good dad. And if there were more fathers like Dennis, there would be more kids out there who were secure and happy and well-adjusted. Okay, see you later.
Nanny Deb will never leave. The impact that she's brought to us here has just been amazing, and the rules were great. I think we're going to be a pretty good family from now on.
It's just heartbreaking because you make a difference in these kids' lives and you have to go. And it's just the hardest thing ever. But part of me will always be with them, and part of them will always be with me.
We're glad you came.
We're glad you came.
Nanny, Nanny.
Nanny, Nanny.
Come play ball.
Come play ball.
Yeah, Nanny.
Nanny.
Need a helmet, Nanny. Safety first. Bite it, Emily.
You gotta get a